Wello. Welcome. Karibu. Good people. My people shot free. Welcome everybody. Karibu sana. Welcome. Karibu. Oh. Karibu sana. Watu najua wamekuwa wakiningoja. Watu wangu ni aje? Karibuni sana. Welcome. Karibuni sana. Welcome. So, today I have a topic, but I know najua we're still in green card season, so tunaweza anza. We can start with questions. Watu wako na maswali. If bado you have questions on the DV lottery, ask bana, ask. How many days imebaki? Zimebaki 2 days, 2.5 days, tuseme 3 days. Kwa sababu Wednesday by now DV 2025 will be closed. Coming Wednesday by now, it would have been closed 1 hour ago. On Wednesday, it's gonna be closed. Yeah. Niko live. I'm live today. I have a topic. Niko na topic leo. But wanted to give a platform. Anyone with green card questions to ask. Felix Tukorada it's on. Lawrence Ngugi, welcome. Welcome Lawrence. Kamau Gutuo, what's up? Tishbit. Is that how you say your name? Tishbit? Or is it Tishbite? Tishbite? Or is it Tishbite Electrical? Welcome. As a Nancy Muthoni, hi. Hello. Rogers Kimitei, Buddha Boss. Vipi. Mini Kofiti, I am good, Maze. I am good. God has been good. I woke up. It is 11 a.m. in the morning over here. Mountain time zone. Sisi ni watu wa milimani, watu wa Colorado. Canada, niko poa. Felix, hi, swali tu. Wakati mtu anafeel DS-260, at what point does one have to pay the fee? No point. So, you don't pay anything. DS-260 is free. You don't pay anything. Zero. The only time you pay is when you get your 2NL. And by the way, because I know this question, a lot of people ask this question, but maybe I should clarify with a good example on what is a 2NL. I should as we are logging in, I'll show you guys so that you are aware. I'll share what a 2NL is, because people ask. If you have never seen the 2NL, it's hard. It's hard if you've never seen a 2NL. Okay. Have a good example there, and then I'll show you an example what's the message you're praying to get. Okay, log in. If you log in May 4th, because results are coming out zinakuja May 4th. So I'll show you the thing you want to, that what you're praying for. But I'll also show you the 2NL. You have been randomly selected. Let me see. Hey, I'm pulling that. Hey, you can share the live, man. Share the live, and give me a like to let people know we are live. To let me know we are live. I am showing you. Nataka niwaonyeshe vizuri. Nataka niwaonyeshe hiyo vile hiyo message inasema. What that message says when you get selected. I'm trying to find a good example. Okay. I think this one will work. Itafanya kazi. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me share my screen so that I can show you. So I'll actually show you what is a 1NL. 1NL is the first notification. NL means notification letter. NL notification letter. So they don't call it 1NL, but it's technically your first NL is when you log in and you find out that you have been randomly selected. So let me share the screen. I know people get confused when you're talking about DS-260, 1NL, 2NL. What are you talking about? But I'll explain it to you in a way that hopefully will make so much sense to you. Okay. So sharing the screen, and I'm going to remove you from the screen, and then I'll make it bigger. Okay. So when you go in at the same place, here, let me show you actually, instead of, because I feel like it's so much better to show you. All right. Okay. Let me share the screen instead. So this is where you guys are going to fill dvprogram.state.gov. That's where you go to fill the DV 2025. Okay. So it has all the instructions, the photo examples, and then this is where you would go in and actually do the entry. And then down here is where you will come back next May. So see what time? May 4th at noon. May 4th at noon. Let me tell you what time. I think it's usually 7 p.m. Kenyan time, but let me show you. Let me pull up my time zone so that I can convert for everybody who's here. Anybody who is in Doha, I'm sure I have people here from Doha, Qatar, and Congo, Kinshasa. Okay, so the results will come out May 4th. See, it's saying there May 4th noon. EDT. EDT means Eastern. It's Eastern time. I don't know what the D stands for. They usually put their Eastern Standard Time, EST, but EDT is the same thing. So when it says noon EDT time, it means Eastern time zone. So this is the time zone they use, like New York time zone. So New York, people in the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all those people in the East Coast. So on May 4th, noon time. So this is going to be noon. Eastern time zone is 2 hours ahead of me. So 2 hours ahead of me. So that's going to be 10 a.m. my time. 10 a.m. my time. It's going to be 10 a.m. my time. It's going to be 7 p.m. Kenyan time. So May 4th, 7 p.m. May 4th, when, you East Africans, when you're watching the news, log in to see if you're selected. And I'll kind of show you what is needed. I'll show you what is needed. So 7 p.m. May 4th, Kenyan time. And if you're in the UK, it's 4 p.m. Or 4 p.m. 4 p.m. If you are in Doha, Qatar, it's 7 p.m. If you are in Kinshasa is 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Congo time. But everybody else, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, pretty much 7 p.m. May 4th is when you log in to see if you have been selected. Okay? So when you come, you'll come to the same website, dvprogram.state.gov. Okay? And then scroll down all the way to the bottom. By that time, so this begin entry here will go. This entry here will disappear. It will disappear on the same time, November 7th. This will disappear 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Kenyan time. 7 p.m. Kenyan time, 7 p.m. Gulf time. This thing here, entrant, will disappear. You will no longer see this because they will close it November 7th. So come back here and check. So when you come back to this website, you will see this. This page will be there. This here will be there. And what you want to do is check status. This is where people start tensing. Yeah. If you haven't checked your 2024, you can still check it. Yeah, it's still early. If you played last year and you haven't checked your status, please do. You click on check status. Once you click on check status, it takes you in and it tells you check DV 2024 applicants. It's available until next September. So if you played DV 2024, the year, so it says DV 2024, that means the DV lottery will end September 30th, 2024. So, but you can still check, you can still check your results. So now 2025, you cannot check because you have to wait until May 4th. So then you say continue. Once you say continue, and my screen, come on, internet. My internet is doing the thing, doing the thing. Come on. Okay, all right. So this is the page it will bring you to. This is the page. But next year, so May 4th, if you come here, it'll have two tabs here. It'll have 2024 and it'll have 2025. So make sure you select the right year. It might be a tab, it might be a drop down. Make sure you select the right year. Make sure you select the right year so that you know, so that you can be able to check. And then the confirmation number that you received, you'll enter it here, the confirmation number. All right. Oh, it looks like I have some, but the problem is I don't even know if I remember the names. We'll just, so it'll ask you for the confirmation number, it'll ask you for the last name, and then it'll ask you for the year of birth. And these are the three things that you get in your, when you do the, when you finish doing your entry, you get your confirmation number, you get your name, usually your full name, but your last name is the one that comes first, and then the year that you were born. And then you put in there I don't have a 2024 case number here. If there's anybody here with a 2024 case number, they can give us to check. But so that's what you do, and then you click submit. See, click submit, and then obviously it's telling me it's not valid because my numbers are probably not correct. My number is probably not correct. So, but this is how you check. This is how you check. Now, when you, unfortunately, I'll show you. I'll show you too. Unfortunately, this is the message that you're hoping not to get, and the message that you are hoping to get. Uh, let me pull the other one there. Here, let me come back here so that you can see me. But nataka, what I want to do, nataka kupul hiyo ya you have not been selected. It's not a very good message. Nobody wants to. This is the message there, unfortunately. Nobody wants to get. This is a message nobody wants to get. All right. Well, keep coming in, and put your questions in there. So I told you today I have an agenda. I have an agenda, but because it's DV time, I want to make sure that I give some room for people to ask questions. People to ask questions on the DV. So we'll tackle your questions. Today we're starting like we don't usually start this way. Let me look. I'm looking for a good example so that I can share the screen. Okay, this might not be the best, but let me share. Let me share this. So share this tab, and then I'll come back to your questions. Not as good in multitasking for comments and stuff. All right. So so when you log in, when you put in all your information, and then you click submit below there, it will bring you to this. So this is the message you don't want to get. This is the message hautaki kupata. That based on the information provided, the entry has not been selected for further processing. This is this unfortunately is what a lot of people will see, but this is not what we're praying that you will see. I'm praying that you will see the other message, the message that I'm hoping that you guys will see is this message here. This message here is what I'm praying for you, my people, to see. That when you click submit, this is the message I'm hoping it will bring for you. The first thing you will see is you will see the logo of the United States Department of State. And then it will say United States Department of State, Kentucky Consular Center. The address, it's in Williamsburg, Kentucky, USA. And then it will have the date there. It will have it'll have your name, and it will say, Dear, Dear Mercy, Dear Mercy, Dear Muli, Dear Dear Njoroge, Dear Doris, Mahmoud, Samuel, Harriet, Dear Eric, Jacqueline, whoever, you are. It will say, Dear, that name. You have been randomly selected for further processing in the diversity immigrant visa for the program for the fiscal year 2025. This is the message that we are all praying for. This is what you want to see when you put in your confirmation number, your last name, your year of birth. This is what you will hope to get. And this will mean that you've actually been selected. And then if you scroll below, if you scroll at the bottom, it will have your name. It will have, not only will it have your name, it'll have your name, it'll have your information. It'll have your information that says, this is your name. Sorry about that. It'll have the case number. It'll have your case number as well. So when people ask, when do I get my case number? This is when you get your case number. This is when you get your case number. Let me see if I can find a good. Let me see if I can find a good one. All right, let me share this screen here. This one will. Oh, that's the wrong one. Trying to find a good one that has a case number written. When is the DV? The DV is closing in 3 days, 2-3 days, depending on where you are. 2-3 days, depending on where you are. I wasn't prepared to show this. I was prepared for another topic, but since we just started talking about it, I will see if I can. All right, here, let me. So this might be an old version, but I'll share this. All right. So you guys, can you see this? This is an old version. Oh, you probably cannot see this. It's too small. But it will have your case number. It will have your name. And then it will say like what country and then what post. You might not see that, but that's kind of what it shows you. It will give you your case number. When you log in and you see that congratulatory message, man, that was a tongue twister. You'll see that congratulations. It will have your case number. So people ask, when do I get my case number? You get your case number when you check the first time. Okay, and then your case number is then, after you get your case number, then you can move on to the next step. So the next step is to fill the DS-260. Okay, so after you first check this, then you fill your DS-260. But it also, if your case number is a little bit farther ahead, they will not let you fill until like they open them in sections. And so yeah, but that's the next step is to fill your DS-260. So anybody who's asking, it's first NL, second NL, you fill your DS-260. After you fill your DS-260, now it's a waiting game and praying. You're praying that you will get the next thing. The green card process is a praying process. It's where you pray, God, God, move me to the next step. Because now after you fill the DS-260, is waiting. You keep waiting and waiting and hoping, God, I hope I get the second notification letter, the 2NL. 2NL now. When you get your 2NL, it will look like something. It will look like something like this. Let me share this. And now when you get this, it's when, wow, is when you like, where you start to feel warm on the inside and the excitement starts. Because this is a very good sign. When you get this letter, it is a very good sign that things are going the way they should be going. Let me, so, the same thing. So you'll get an email. This time you'll get an email. And then you'll go check the same way. See, you go check the same way. Actually, this thing here has, so you'll get an email. The first thing is you'll get an email. It'll tell you, okay, you have received an email notification to inform you that there's updates available. So you click on that on this site, or you can go to dvlottery.state.gov. After you go there, you go to the entrance status check. You go there, you put in the same information, the same information that we put, and then you click submit, and then you get your second letter, your 2NL. So now the 2NL also comes with with a logo for the Department of State, and it will tell you your name, dear applicant. This is an official notice for you to, so it'll tell you that an appointment has been scheduled for you at the US Embassy. This one is a little bit old, but it's pretty much the same thing. And they'll tell you, like, you and any eligible family members, you'll be required to submit proof, when you go to the embassy. So then it gives you the interview appointment date. So it'll say it'll say the embassy that you're going to, consular section, the address, and then the date. It'll say that this is the date that you're going, and then the time. They'll give you the time there. So this particular person was called, and then it'll, at the bottom, it'll highlight if you have a family. It'll say case number, this one, principal applicant, your name. It's a DV diversity, and then what country what country is your country of eligibility. And then if you have, let's say you have a wife, then it'll say case number. It'll say it'll say the applicant name is you, and then the beneficiary is the person that, your wife, your kids. So everybody that you listed in your entry will be listed here. This is now we see, and then now you have to worry about going in and scheduling a medical. So they give you enough time to be able to schedule a medical appointment before that time. So you want to, as soon as you get this, schedule a medical appointment. Schedule a medical appointment. So that's why you want to keep, once you fill that DS-260, you want to keep checking. And my friend, after that, you get everything ready, and I've done a comprehensive video to show you the whole process from the beginning to the end. But that's just I wanted to clarify for people who often misunderstand 1NL, 2NL, DS-260, and the 2NL. Oh, no. Oh, no. We are not going to accept. Somebody is trying to take me off. Okay, all right. So sorry I explained that in such a long time, but I think it was necessary to be able to explain to people kind of that, because people often have confusion about the process and how everything goes. Okay, maswali, questions, maswali. Tishbite, the Elijah. Tishbite. But Tishbite, I think nilikuwa nakuuliza, how do you pronounce your name, Tishbite? How do you pronounce your name? Trying to go through the messages, bana. Hey, Kevin Tumbo, you're saying uko locked. Engineer Andrew, tuko ndani. Nancy Peter, niaje. I am Daniels. Oh, this is cool. VP Owen, host, mtu akiwin lottery. I'm already hosting. I'm hosting two, and then I'll be hosting someone else. So I'm out of hosting, at least for the next what, 6, or maybe next 6-7 years. So, but I always help people. I always tell you guys, your hosts are, some of them are in the comment section. Your hosts are the ones who are commenting, because they're the ones who will win, won the DV 2024, they will win 2025. And those will be your future hosts. Okay. Trying to go through the thing, my questions. Okay. Oh, there is this question. Jacqueline Gasheru. Saa hizi wamefika case number ngapi? So she's asking what case number they are at right now. Ooh. Oh, good question. Let me see if I'll find my special website, and if they've actually started. Oh, come on. Ooh. So they haven't updated yet. The special website. Oh wait, let me see. Let me see if I have a special website there. Let me see if I change that to 2024. It will give me saying page not found. Page not found. They haven't updated. Oh, wait. This page is a collection. Toggle menu. Oh, yeah. So they still haven't updated my special website for me to give you information. Yeah, they still it's still showing FY23. So my special website, unfortunately, is still not. They haven't loaded information. But I'm sure because it's only 1 month in. 1 month in. October just ended. That's 1 month. They probably don't have the data. But let's look at the visa bulletin. Let me share my screen so that you guys can see. All right, so and then I'll make sure I do that. All right, so if you go to Google and then just type in visa bulletin. It's going to bring you, the first thing it's going to bring you, it's the US Department of State. All right, you can go to the latest visa bulletin, which is 2023. This is the visa bulletin. Very important information for people who are playing the lottery, people who are on family-based visas, employment-based visas, immigrant visas. This is a very, 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 so if you're like bringing in your brother, your sister, your parents, your kids, maybe you're a green card holder or you're a citizen and so this is that. I'll do a video on family, especially. I'll do a video on family. It's a little bit complicated, but I will find time. So there's there's family, but then there's also employment based. So that's for H1Bs and all those people who are nurses talking about retrogression and all those things. This is employment based. If you're coming here as a religious worker, they have different names and stuff. It's a little bit complicated. I'll do a video one of these days to talk about this. But these are employment based petitions, and they tell you like what dates they are looking at, what date they're looking at. And then you get to the diversity visa, which is a DV lottery. So give you the breakdown, and then they tell you, now here they give you let me see. Let me zoom out a little bit so that you can see. Okay, so yeah. So this tells you here the DV 2024 and where they are at. Okay. So right now for Africa, there are people who are case number 10,000 and below are receiving their 2NLs and going for getting scheduled for their interviews. So right now they are 10,000 and below. 10,000 and below. Hopefully I answered your question. And then they usually give you the next month. So next month, December, looks like they'll go to 11,000. Yeah. So next month they look like they'll add 1,000 more and go to 11,000. All right. Okie dokie. I never usually I start most of my sessions. I start them and then I leave questions at the end, but I usually close early because maybe the sessions is super long. Okay. Eric Kinundu, in case ukuwe na majina mbili ya kizungu alafu uweke moja, kuna noma? Yeah. So I don't think you will be disqualified because of your name. And confusing your names, by the way, that's a thing. If you confuse your names, maybe you put your first name as your middle name and middle. Confusing your names will not be that is not disqualification. Okay, when you fill your DS-260, make sure you fill it correctly. Fill your DS-260 or your entry the way your birth certificate is filled out if you don't have a passport. But if you have a passport, use the passport. This is why I tell people, because people tend to have problems with names. If you have only a birth certificates, they are not consistent. Birth certificates, some people have 2 names in their birth certificate, some people have 3 names, some people have 4 names in their birth certificate. And so birth certificates, it's not there's not a standard process. It's like maybe the person who filled it for you did it this time. And so your birth certificate has to match your passport in a way that, on the line that says your name, usually for most people it will say 2 names. And then what happens is, when you go to fill the passport, you have to put a surname. A surname is usually the name of your father or your mother. So when you go to get your passport, that's when you fill your surname. So when you're looking at your birth certificate and you have 2 names, so then if you have a father, look at your father's middle name. Because that's the way we name people in Africa. We name, first name is usually your Christian name. The middle name is usually the name, your name. And then the last name is usually your parents' actual name. So your parents' middle name, right? So my middle name is my name, my actual name, the one that they named me when I was born. And then because we were colonized by the British, they give us a Christian name, which ends up being our first name. So you have your first name, your Christian English name, your middle name, which is the name they named you, and then you take the name of your family, which usually is your father. So, and sometimes if your father is not there, your mother gives you their name. Like for me, my mom, I took my mom's name, which is something that you will notice when you come to the US is middle names are useless in the US. So your name, which people call, because people don't call you by your father's name. People call you by your name, which in America they call middle name. So your middle name is the name they call you, like your traditional name. That's the traditional name. Like, oh, let's name, whether you're Kalenjin and you're Kalenjin and you're named by the time that you were born. That is your name. That is your middle name. That is your middle name, which is useless in America. So, like, I moved to the US. I had my first name, my middle name, which was my actual name, and then my mom's name. But in America, because my middle name is useless, they used to call me by my last name. So before I got my citizenship, they used to call me my mom's name. And so it was like Mr. Yeah. So you'll hear people being called Mr. Wanjiko. Yeah. Mr. Wanjiko, Mr. Wairimo, Mr. Njeri. Because why? Because the US, they don't value your middle name. So when I got my citizenship, I changed my name. I took off my mom's name, and I put my name as my last name in the US. That way, when my wife gets married to me, she can have my last name. And my kids will have my last name, and we will all have the same names. Otherwise, if I did not change my mom's name, and maybe my mom's name is Wairimo, my kids would have been named my middle name. But we would all have very different names, which becomes a whole lot of problem tracking. Like, so what's your last name? And what's your kid's last name? Yeah, so it just becomes so messy. So that I'm just trying to give you there. That's the difference with America. America, people here don't value their middle names. In Kenya, in Africa, we value middle names because that's the names they give us. Maybe you're named after your uncle, after your grandfather, after whoever, however your tribe names people. That's your middle name, which is useless in America. So Just an FYI. But you have an opportunity to change it once you get your citizenship. You can do a name change. You can do your name change. So back to the question, Eric Kenundu. In case you have two English names, and those two English names are in your birth certificate, put them as your first name. John Peter, John Paul. So if your name is John Paul Kamau, or your name is what? Eric, I don't know what name rhymes with Eric that you would have to. Eric Peter Kenundu Matasia. Maybe that's your name, Eric Peter Kenundu Matasia. All right? So Kenundu is your middle name. Eric Peter is your first name. And then the last name is your family name. Hopefully I've explained it. I don't think I can hammer that topic anymore the way I have hammered that. So people don't confuse. If you have your passport, use your passport. If you have your birth certificate and you have two names, put your mom's or just if you have a father in your birth certificate, put your father's name as your last name. If your birth certificate says XXXX, because I know there's a lot of people, mine says XXXX. So I have two names in my birth certificate. My father's name says XXXX, and then I have my mom's name there. So my last name, my surname, I took my mom's middle name. Okay? So if you have a birth certificate, this is how you use it. That's what you do. Usually take your dad's middle name and then your two names. That's your whole name. Hopefully, I've talked a lot about names and stuff. I know, because I know it's that's the big problem, is how America views names and how we view names. Okay, my game. Kwa interview kuna minimum requirement ya grades mtu alipata KCSE. Nimeona YouTubers wengi wakisema D- ni ukweli, kama ulipata E bado no. There's nowhere it says anything about grades. Yeah, there's nowhere it says anything about grades. Now, yeah, I have never seen. I have tried to look. I have not seen. It's not written anywhere on official websites about a D-. So if you got an E, show up with your E, with your head held high. Yeah, show up to the interview, my friend. Yeah, and get your visa. Get your visa. Nobody can tunya you. Nobody can tunya what God has given you. If you've got your E, your egg, and you are excellent in your own way. If you got your E, show up to the interview with your head held high. Go pick your visa. I think that's what I would call jabaration. Jabaration, it's sometimes when one person says something and then another person goes, watches it, and then they go say it, and then someone else goes, watches, and says the same thing. Now you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, it becomes facts. This is the problem we have with the internet, is you have unverified facts that go on, that people keep saying, but they don't have any proof. Because if you ask that person, can you show me where it says that if you have an E, you will be denied visas? They will not show you. They will not show you anywhere. Because it doesn't say anywhere. It doesn't. Jabaration. Okay. Samuel Day. Owen, how can I talk? Oh, okay. And I saw your email. I'll respond, my brother. I'll respond. I have just been a little bit busy. I tried for a visitor visa in 2018 and I was denied. What are my chances if I try again? Would you mind guiding me, please? Will appreciate. So a lot of people get denied visas once, twice, 3 times. Some people have been denied more times. I'm not a proponent for trying as many times as possible. I've done some very good videos on if you ever denied visa. The best thing you do, and if you ask the visa officer before you leave, what do I need to do? Some of them will be honest. They'll tell you uh, when you get denied, and that's why I'm always ask questions even when you get denied. I know the emotions are your heart has been paragashad. It's been crushed. Your heart has been crushed because you did not get the visa you thought you would get. But if you can get it in the frame of your mind to compose yourself, to get this vital information from the consular officer, to ask them, what why did you deny me, or what can I do better next time? Very vital information. Sometimes they might not tell you, they might not give you anything, but it's better to ask. Because Angel Gabriel could be speaking to them, and people have done this. People have asked this, and they've actually gotten very good nuggets. I have a friend who they were denied. They asked, what can I do? And then the consular officer said, go back and build your business, and then come after you build your business. Very important nugget to get, because what that guy did, he went back and he took like a year to build his business, to make sure his business was good enough, his bank statements were good enough, came back to the embassy. That guy got the visa. He got the visa. But you know why? Quick thinking. I know quick thinking under duress, under stress is very hard. When you go in there, you're waiting, thinking that, they'll meet you like saying, Zobu, Zobu. Like, the lion is here. But then they don't even look at your documents. They look down. They ask you one question. And then you see at the corner, he's removing. Imagine this is a pink card. He's giving you pink card like this. It's hard to compose yourself to say, why did you deny me? Because you're like, what? I thought I was going. I thought I had everything. You came with like a wheelbarrow of documents, and they did not even ask one. I think that's why I tell people, watch my videos. You can bring a whole track full of supporting documentation, a whole wheelbarrow that you are struggling to bring it into the embassy. But I've constantly told you, and they have very good, like the playlist on the US visitor visa. If you listen to that playlist, it is very comprehensive. It tells you some very good nuggets that will help you. It doesn't matter how much supporting documents you bring, my people. Yeah? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What matters is here. What you're going, what are you saying? What you filled in your DS-160, what are you saying? Not what I brought to the interview. What am I saying? What is my truth? Stick to your truth. Don't worry too much. That's why constantly you find people going and getting visas even with weak bank statements. Because we, as I don't know, speaking as a Kenyan, we have trust issues with people. Trust issues, and so we have to show. That's why you go to the interview, you have to bring in even like baptism cards. You're bringing all your certificates. You want to show them your certificates. You go to the interview, work interview in Kenya. It's like that. Oh, show me your certificate. You finished your degree. They want to see certificates because we are less trusting of people. It's like this, we're always thinking this person could be lying to me. Now, that is a different mentality that people need to take off when you are dealing with Americans. Americans are very different. They will give you the trust. They will trust you. They will trust you until you break their trust. And this is why I say you can go in with a whole lorry full of supporting documentation. You have 83 or you have $1 billion in your account and still get denied. Why? Because they will not ask you, let me see your bank statement, until when they see, when they get to the point of asking you for your bank statement, my friend, just like warning signs. Guy, what can I do? You should start seeing warning signs. What can I do to turn this situation around? Because obviously, maybe you're being inconsistent. Maybe you filled something in the DS-160 and then you went to the embassy and you're saying something totally different. Now they're like, okay, so you said you make this much money in your DS-160 and then you go and say a different number. And so, okay, they're inconsistent. Is it like, okay, they ask you another question, you give another answer that is completely different from what you filled in the DS-160. And so now it gets to the point now they wanna, you see, when they ask for your bank statement, when they say, okay, let me see your bank statement, it's because they don't believe you. Your story is not making up, it's not making any sense, it's not adding up. Why? Because simple things as common sense would tell you you cannot fill something in your DS-160 and then go and say something totally different in the interview. But our people, they don't like that. That's why they use people. You use an agent fills it for you, you show up, you don't know. You didn't ask for the agent, hey, give me the DS-160 so that I can study it. And so when I go to the embassy and they ask me, how much money do you make? You said, your agent said you make 500,000. And then you go to the interview, they ask you, oh, by the way, how much do you make a month? And you say, yeah, I make 50,000 Kenya shillings a month. And they look at your DS-160, you said you make 500,000. I mean, you tell me, if you're not going, like if you are not, put yourself in the shoes of the vice consular officer. If you're not gonna pull down your glasses to be like, wait, but you said you make 500,000. Now you're saying to me you make 50,000. How is that? How is that? So yeah, Brab, and I don't want to go on a rabbit trail. But I think Niva, you can see me on the side. I do it for people. I do it for people at a fee, but right now, because I'm so busy with work, I'll have to schedule you. But when I work with you, we work together. I don't want the agent. I don't want that I'll pay you and then you're out of there, because that is how you start to not get your visa, is when you separate yourself from the process. And this is why, that's why so many people, especially when it comes to the US, if you use an agent, a lot of times people get denied visas. Why? Because they show up to the interview with conflicting information. Yeah, because as a nation, as a people, we're very quick to say, I'll pay for you to do the process for me, and you remove yourself. But in the US, you have to actually show up for the interview and confirm what you have filled out. But you don't know what you filled out. How can you confirm anything? You just go to tell them, this person doesn't know what they're doing. This person, they cannot convince me to give them a visa. And unfortunately, that's so hopefully I answered your question, Kananyiva. But yeah, find me and we can schedule something. But I like to, what I do is I like to, because the way my story was, there's no guarantee. There's no, and any agent, especially US, not even any visa, there's no guarantee. You see people guaranteeing you to get a visa, run. Somebody tells you this is 100% guarantee you will get a visa, whether Canada, US, run, my friend. Scam. It's a scam. There's no guarantee. And just because you were denied once doesn't mean you will never get your visa. Because I tell you, so many people I know, they have been denied more than once. But when you've been denied more than once, that means the machine gun you brought to the embassy is shooting blanks. The machine gun you brought into the embassy is shooting blanks. So what do you need to do? You need to go reload with live bullets. So that next time you show up to the interview, you are loaded with live armor. You are loaded. And they'll be like, oh, okay, well, come, yeah. Congratulations. Welcome to America. Make it, yeah. So, because then you show up the next time, they want to know what changed. Why should I give you now? Because, because probably you wouldn't get the same person interviewing you 2 times in a row. You'll probably get a different person. And they'll look at the notes of the person who interviewed you. And already they have a bias in their minds. They're thinking, okay, this one was denied. Okay. And it's like, okay, show me. My colleague here denied you a visa. They're not telling you that. Sometimes they might actually tell you that. What changed? What changed since the last time you were here? So it's not just showing up and hoping that somebody will wake up in a good mood today and give you a visa. That is bad strategy. The more denials you get, the worse it looks for you. It's like you're trying too hard. Trying too hard. It's like a relationship. Yeah. A relationship sometimes, when you're wooing a woman and man, you're trying too hard, man. Sometimes it's like play cool, play cool, play cool. It's the same thing. The interview is the same thing. But yeah? And women will tell you. Women will tell you if you show up with all this interest, with all this interest saliva and you're salivating over her, oh ha 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 ha. The likelihood of her of your vibe hitting the wall very high, very high. But man, if you show up as a gentleman, cool, calm, collected, hey, yeah, a confident person, collected, and you're having intellectual conversation with a woman, you can, you're challenging them, and your vibe is together, they have a high chance of giving you a chance. But man, simping like, oh my gosh, with saliva running down your, oh my gosh, oh my, yeah, coca, blah, 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 blah. Hey, your vibe will hit the wall. Vibe hit the wall. Yeah, sorry, the mobile subscriber cannot be reached. Mteja wa nambari uliopiga hapatikani kwa sasa. K Koleo Raiza Monster. Hey, yeah. Okay, sawa. Your name. What if you have 2 KCSE certificates? Would you be needed to go with both to the interview? Okay, wait, what do you mean, my guy? You have 2 KCSE. Oh, maybe you repeated? Because I know these people, maybe you went 1 year, you didn't perform well, and then you decided to repeat. Just use the one with your best grade. Use that one. As long as NEC verifies it, you're good. You only need 1. Don't go with 2. 2 now, you're like, hey, don't start issues now. Hey, don't start causing issues now for yourself. Be like, huh. So this person has 2 certificates. KCSE what? Yeah? Who are you, my friend? Yeah? Wash. You're washing the certificates or what? Keep it simple. 1 certificate is enough. And as long as, you can go to the QMIS website. Let me show you. This website here, you can go there. Here is where you can go and you can go here and verify your KCSE if you're Kenyan, but also you can request request new ones. So actually, let me go to QMIS. Let me go to QMIS. Man, give me some likes, guys. Give me some likes. Give me some likes so that you don't fall asleep. Share this video with your uncle. Hey, your uncle, your auntie, the one who wants to come to the US. Hey, man. Come on, share. Give me some likes. Give me some love, man. It's always good to get some love. Like as we go. And then I will show you the QMIS website. I call it QMIS, but I'm sure I don't know if that's the actual name. But this is it. If you go to QMS, this is how it kind of looks like, and so it gives you so many different options. So if you want confirmation, the status, I think it has yeah. So if you have a lost certificate, you can go and if you have a lost certificate, you can go and get your certificate. You can go get your certificate. Just fill out that form. Just need to create your account. It's confirmation. So this is what you do. You fill out your information, all this info. So make sure you know your information, and then you can. Yep. You can go ahead and fill that out. So yeah, and it gives you the requirement. So if you want a certificate printout, you can get that. But that's about it. It's about it. If you've lost, some people say, "Oh, I've lost my certificate. How can I get it?" You can go online and get it there. Go online and get it there. All right. All right. Okay. So yeah, man, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. My channel is very informative. We share information for free, without malice. I know that it's not common to find people who share information without and Gige, I think you're asking, we have a Telegram group. That Telegram group, by the way, people can tell you about the Telegram group. It's nice, by the way, because I have, and sometimes I'm not even in there, but I have noticed that group is so good in terms of like this DV lottery process. People are like posting their photos there, and people are helping each other, check out the photos, make sure they are good, and asking questions about names and stuff. And there's a lot of information. I've seen people are sharing opportunities there about other opportunities abroad, and it's a good platform. And what I envision is for the platform to keep growing and for us to keep helping each other. I'll post the Telegram link there. It's good because then you get people there with testimonies, people coming to Canada, to the US, people in the process, they're doing it, people they land, and then those people are people who they'll get their visas. Some have gotten visas. You make friends there, and now you have somebody who went ahead of you, to the US or to Canada, who can help you, that you can reach out to. Because Telegram, you can reach out to somebody and say, "Oh man, yeah, I'm praying for you as you go to Canada, that the custom people, they don't grill you too much, that you go, yes, those so many of those things. I tell you, man, about looking for hosts. Sometimes it's not rocket science. Sometimes it's just in front of you. So yeah, we do have a Telegram group. One of the things I like about the Telegram group is, I like WhatsApp. WhatsApp, you have a limit. Like, you get to this members. It's I think Telegram, what is it? 200,000. So many people. Yeah, so many people. If you have like so many, how many people do we have now? Let me see. But to me, it's a good platform. But people ask questions, and I like the vibe. It's like what, like 2,700 members. Yeah, 26, 8 or 9. I see you guys joining, but it's get in there, participate, answer questions. Sometimes I jump in, answer question. I think I have two admins there. I'm also an admin. I think the vibe it's a good vibe, positive vibes. We always do positive vibes, helping each other, man. If you have opportunities, share. If you have challenges, questions about moving and all that, ask those questions. This is where we grow together. We grow together. Aye. Okay, Lawrence Ngugi, bro, after mahojiano yako na Ben yule msee wa Qatar, I applied mine today and ikakam through. In fact, jina nilicheki video yako and how to check passport photo na ikawa useful. Thanks sana. Oh, man. Big up, man. Big up, big up, big up, big up. That's good stuff, man. Good stuff. I always love it when, when you hear that that your information is useful. So thank you for sharing that, Lawrence. Thank you for sharing that info. Oh, Masi Amonde. Hey Owen, it's my first time attending your live. Hopefully sijachelewa class. Yeah. No, you are not. You're not super late. You're here. You're here at a good time. You're here at a good time. If you missed anything, this video is always saved in my live videos. So my live videos. I came in here with an agenda, but I don't even know if I'm gonna get to the agenda because the questions they keep coming. Muli Daniel Dani from Siokimau. Siokimau. I've actually applied for quite a number of people from Siokimau. Siokimau. Do you help DV winners in getting a host affidavit of support? I try to help people, empower people so that they can go find create those relationships with people. But if push comes to shove, I can always do a video to try and help. I've done that in the past. I post a video, somebody looking for a host, if you can host them, and then I think all those times I've done that, somebody has found a host. But that's not I don't do that I just, if somebody comes in and they say they need a host, if I know somebody, I try to connect them to them. Hey, see if this person can help you and blah blah blah. Yeah. Oh, Mercy, you actually have a question. I had on one of your videos you mentioned mambo ya bank statement. What is the requirement? Bank statement for DV lottery. For DV lottery, the bank statement is not important because for DV lottery, it's the host. If you get a host, your sponsor, your affidavit of support, your sponsor takes care of you as a DV lottery. Or by the way, too, people ask me the question: what if you have enough money to take care of yourself? Do you need a host? I mean, if you are able and you have the money and you can prove it that you don't need an affidavit of support, that you can do it yourself. I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? You can go prove, prove it to them that you are able to support yourself. That way you don't, you can move. Because the thing is, they're preventing people from becoming ombas, begging, becoming a public charge. Public charge, when they say public charge in the US, is becoming a chokora in the US. Omba. They don't want you to come to America and become a omba. Become omba. Aya. But as far as bank statement, it really does depend. School, I don't know what visa you were asking. So I answered that question based on the DV because that's the thing that we have right now. That's the thing we have right now. Most of the questions are around age limit, police force. There's no age limit. Obviously, you have to be physically fit. So you cannot be 70 years old and you want to join the police force. Because you have to pass basic training and fitness. So, but as far as you're 35, you're 4, yeah, you can join as long as you're physically fit. Then you're good to go. You're good to go. The minimum is 21 years old, but no maximum. But obviously, for you to complete basic training, my friend, yeah, and you're 60 there, yeah, they tell you do push up, and you do push up, and you end up in a wheelchair because the bones they gone. Yeah, so I think yeah, it's to that level. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, you can join the police force, man. As long as you're physically fit. Niaje Owen, nilijaza shule standard 8 nikiwin nijaze DS-160. So Helen, I'm assuming you failed the primary only because you qualify for the experience. So I think when you feel the DS-260, then you have to feel about the experience, what the 2-year experience is, 2 out of the last 5 years, whether it's the work experience, training experience, or yeah. And I've done a video on people who did not go to high school. People who did not go to high school. Oh, Naomi was saying, dear Naomi, in Jesus' name. Naomi wants to see her name on that first NL. Dear Naomi, you have been randomly selected for further processing for the diversity. What role does resolution play in your photo? Well, I mean, the thing is, that is a tool from the Department of State. So the DV photo tool is a tool from the Department of State. This is the department that is actually doing the selection. Is doing the selection. So if the photo tool is saying that your resolution is you've been rejected because of your resolution, there's a reason why. There's a reason. Yeah, your photo is being is over compressed. So yes, when they tell you that, then you obey that, because the other ones are secondary. The other websites I tell people to use for photos are secondary. But the DV photo tool, it's from the DV. Yeah? Hey, they mention it. They mention it in the instructions to use it, to check. Why? And you want to ignore, you don't ignore that, my friend. At least you make sure your dimensions are good. If your thing is over compressed, I did a good video of a cool software that you download in your computer. It helps you fix that by a click of, yeah, it's a very simple way to fix that. When is the DV closing? I think I showed you the DV is closing November 7th, 7 p.m. Kenyan time. 7 p.m. Kenyan time. Muktasari wa habari. When they go read the news, the Muktasari, then it will be closed. Moveril. Hi bro, sitawahi kusahau maishani, chemichemi ya maisha. Thank you man. Appreciate bro. Yeah, it's wrong. If they say your photo is too compressed, it's wrong. Believe that one. That is a tool from the Department of State. And did you see Kentucky Consular Center? That is them. Yeah? Where they tell you your photo is too compressed, you make it uncompressed until it tells you, you do not need to crop your photo. It doesn't give you the thumbs up, but it tells you that your photo does not need to be cropped, which is like your photo is good dimensionally. Now go look at the other things, because I did a video on the goat. The goat, I manipulated the goat with my two softwares, and the goat passed both tests. So that's why you need the eye test and the other website to make sure you're checking on the other things. Yeah. Yeah, I see some more. Yeah, I think I covered the resolution photo. Priska Kalno. Is it Kaino or Kalno? Thank you, Owen. You're so informative. First time watching you live. I normally rewatch after the lives. Welcome. I say welcome. Welcome everybody that is is joining us now. We've covered a lot. I think I came in with a different topic, but you guys are like We are rolling on mover reel. Cheki bro, niliapply kwenda Qatar and visa yangu imekam 4th. Should I still jaza like niko Kenya ama Qatar ama no? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What you feel in the like as far as where you live, you will change that. You can change that. Haimati, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Just feel whatever you're gonna be in Qatar, put Qatar. And then when you check your results and you've won and you feel your DS-260, then you can feel where you are. So yeah, you feel like your DS-260, you wanna make sure you put where you know you will be when the interview happens. Yeah. I mean, you can always call. You don't want to do that. You can change your DS-260 by, before your interview, by calling, by talking to, writing, you can write an email to Kentucky Consular Center and tell them to unlock your DS-260. But that's not a move you want to make. You want to stay away from unlocking, because the time it's unlocking could be the time that they're calling you they're sending your 2NL. And if they skip you, my friend, I don't know what, some people have been left out, like they have a low case number, but they didn't make it. Why? Because they did something with their DS-260. Either they did not complete it on time, or maybe they had it unlocked, or maybe they transferred. That's the other thing. Danger. People are in the habit of, I told you this story about, going to the bank and then you find 2 lines and then you just say, okay, let me go on this line because it looks like it's moving better. And then once you are on that line, you look at the other line you did not go to, it starts moving, and then you're like, oh, I should have gone to that line. And so you change your mind and move. And by the time you move is when the cashier is going for lunch. So, and then so many people have come behind you. And then it's like, so why did I even move in the first place? Now you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person that asks, guy, why did I transfer? I've missed my opportunity. So yeah, stay away from changing things. Before you feel, make sure you sit down, call yourself to a meeting and decide things and decide, okay, this is what I'm going with. I will die with this, and you move on. Changing. No, leave the changing. Changing. Sometimes you can unlock it, and then somehow there's a system glitch, and they cannot see your number. They skip your number, and then, the next thing you know, you're crying. I did not get a 2NL. I was case number 1000. Why, my friend? Why? Because you did something. Changing. Stay away from changing. Well, the only changing I actually agree with that is good is the DS-160 changing, which is the video it's very funny. Some of the most important videos are the less viewed videos I have on my channel. Some of really the most important videos that people are the less viewed videos. The videos about changing your DS-160. DS-160 is for non-immigrant visas. That video is not viewed a lot, but it's very helpful for a lot of people. And people keep sending me these questions, and I'm like, wow, I've actually done a video to help you, but you're still asking me, because a lot of the questions are like, it's people, we like to do things last minute. And so I'm going to a conference in January. I cannot find an appointment. There's no appointment until April. So you book the appointment in April, and you're still going to the embassy with the DS-160 from November. My friend, yeah? And then now you're going to explain to the embassy, okay, the time I was feeling that, there was no visa, there was no appointment open. It was your problem, US government. It wasn't me. You didn't have appointments. But no, actually it was your problem. The problem was, if you would have done this 6 months, 7 months ago, there probably would have been an appointment for you to get before your conference. But because we are last minute people, we like to do things last minute. You do that, and then you're scrambling to find appointments. Then the next appointment you find is after the event has been over. And then you show up to the embassy with an old DS-160. First of all, you're complicating your case, because now you're going to say, how are you explaining yourself that, okay, so there was this conference that I was going, but then there was no visa dates available, and let me tell you something. I'm sure these consular officers, if they would laugh, that's the time they would laugh, because they would be like, you guy, yeah, you guy, you procrastinator, last minute person, you want to tell me there were no, because they know these visas open up every single day. But also, it was like if you would applied ahead of time, you would not have the same problem. And so I did that video to say you can unlock your, you can complete a new one. And I walked you through the process of how to do it on an actual case with a video. That video is very helpful because it tells you, after it tells you what you can and cannot do. Sometimes you want to feel you have an old passport and you put in the old passport because you want to go ahead and schedule your appointment and you don't want to change it, and you want to and then like you're going to get maybe your new passport before that time. So when you get that new passport, you can go in and change that passport number, and it's good. And it's good. And it's good. It's good because then you can, if you change your phone numbers, you can change it there. If you change your email address, you can change it there. That's a very important video. But it's the important videos that get the least amount of views. And then I get the most amount of questions from people because they're asking me, how am I going to explain it? My conference has passed, my event has passed, and I'm going to the embassy. So I'm saying, okay, so you're going to the embassy. Like, hey, you guy, even me, if I was a consular officer, I would laugh. Because how do you come to the embassy and explain yourself that you want to go to the US for an event that has already passed, and you want me to give you a visa? No, for real, let's be honest here. Even you, just remove yourself as the applicant. Yeah? If I come tell you, okay, so I want to go there for the event. When is the event happening? Oh, by the way, the event has already passed. But I still want you to let me go. Because, yes, America. Hey, you cannot make this stuff up. Our people. Hey, man, I love our people. Our people. Hey. Ella Katrinazi. Ella Katrinazi has a question. Can I leave my beneficiaries behind? Then I come for them later after winning. After winning? I think maybe your question is phrased not in the right way, but I think you're asking if you can leave your beneficiaries behind and come for them later. So what I've done and what I've told people is, if you have a family, even if it's taking up a loan, you get your 2NL. And if you're coming in now and you're misunderstanding 2NL, DS-160, the beginning of this video, I did a comprehensive talk on kind of like the process: 1NL, 2NL, 1NL, your DS-160, then the 2NL. I kind of did a good breakthrough for people to explain to them. I showed them, how a 2NL looks like. I showed them, what the 1NL looks like, the first notification letter. So if you missed that part of the video, after the live is over, you can go rewatch it. It's important. But I think you're asking if you can leave your beneficiaries behind. What I can tell you is, if it's a loan you need to take, once you get the 2NL, very good chances that, as long as everything was good, the DV lottery interview is a very easy interview. Very easy interview. If you did not, you did not like lie and do all those. So the problem comes in when you lie. When you lie, you complicate, man. You lie, you complicate. Because now it's like, you are in a camp, we stay with somebody, you feel that you're married. Now you have to worry about trying to go to River Road, get married. And now it's like, my goodness. Hey, so when you lie, you complicate your issues. But as a straightforward person, you feel that single, or you are a single parent, you filled as unmarried and put in your kids, and you won. You are married, you filled in as married. So what I would tell people, if when you get to that point, you get your 2NL, please, 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 if you have to go take a loan, go do it. Don't leave your kids at a later time. The other day I showed you how many people were left behind who are waiting for interview. So if you make the mistake of going to the embassy interview alone, and then for some reason the DV ends up closing, that DV ends up closing, and your people don't get visas, then you have to now go through a whole long process of trying to bring your kids and family to the US. It takes some time. Especially as a green card holder. Man, you're thinking it's gonna take years to bring your family. So instead of sacrificing years without seeing your family, you having to go back home to see your kids, this is what, if you need to take a loan, to go to the embassy interview. Just the embassy interview itself. Go together as a family. That one, just the embassy interview alone. So for that, the only thing you need to pay is the medical fee and the embassy fee, the $330, and then the medical depends. Some people it's like from 36,000 Kenya shillings to 45,000. I just summarize it to be like 100,000. So if you have 4 people, you're looking at 400,000. If you have 5 people in your family, you're looking at 500,000. I would please, my friend, if you need to take a collateral, take a loan. If you have a merry-go-round, you get to that point, you get an embassy interview, you want to bring your family. Now there's another, so the tickets are the ones that now make things super complicated, because now when you're thinking about now buying extra ticket, like buying air tickets for your family, now that can be complicated. But for the visa interview, go together. Once you go together at the interview, people ask what are some of the questions are, because one of the things they want to verify your education. They look at your certificate. Yeah, if you said you went to the university, they can ask you for just proof your acceptance, your acceptance letter or whatever that shows that you actually go to that university. To prove your education, they want, they ask you for your passport because they want to prove it's you. If you have kids, they might ask, is this your dad? Is this your mom? So but it's a very easy interview, unless your things, or maybe if you have, what complicates it is if you are hiding stuff, and they start, they might, your marriage, they might ask for, for your marriage, marriage certificate, and questions about marriage. But it's not it's not a complicated interview. It's by that point, if everything is in order, that is almost a sure guarantee you're gonna get the visa. If you have everything in order, you get your 2NL, and with good time, you've gone and gotten your medical clearance. There were no issues with your medical, then you're good to go. Yeah, because if you have issues with medical, they'll tell you, before they send the things to the embassy. They'll tell you if you have issues with TB, or there's some things you need to. They'll tell you. But if you have the green light for medical, and your papers are good and in order, the visa, it's the easiest of them all. Easiest. Because they're just really wanting to confirm it's you. I'm the one who applied. Hey, you're the one. This is your family. That's pretty much it. Not too complicated. But yeah. So then after you get your visas together as a family, what you can do You can decide as a primary applicant is the first one that has to go into the US. As a primary applicant, you can go to the US by yourself because maybe by that time you don't have enough transport fare, you don't have enough air ticket for all your family. Come here, get hosted. It's usually easier to come alone to find a host when you're by yourself rather than your family. Come here, work hard, work hard, work hard. It's very easy. That loan, I tell people, that loan, even if you come start washing diabs, doing CNA jobs, taking care, of all the elderly people and stuff, you can, like, if you're really hardworking, that money, that 400,000 will be back by 400,000, and you're being hosted. So you don't have very much that you're using in terms of, expenses. Sometimes you get somebody who hosts you for free. That's it. Man, hosts, me, I tell people, if you don't know, people come here and man, our people can be entitled. Our people have made it hard for some people for some really good hosts to stop hosting people because of how malicious they are. I keep talking about hosts. People keep talking about hosts. One of the biggest problem people don't want to host other people is because of all the drama that the people who are hosted they bring, man. Yeah? Yani, you want to come into someone's house. You want to maybe start bringing boys over to a house that is not yours. Man, you want to just wake up, eat Netflix, go to TikTok lives, YouTube lives, telling people about your life in the US, flossing in their cars, in their homes, showing their personal spaces and all those so many things. And you don't even, you cannot do dishes, you can't do house chores, you can't help in anything. And then you start working. You don't even think about, someone is dropping you off to work every single day. There's no single day you can say, hey, excuse me, ma'am, let me fill your gas for you today. Those are small gestures that go a long way. May I tell people, somebody who is willing to host you, somebody who is good, because first of all, they have to prove they can host you. They send in their tax return or their IRS transcripts. So those are very good people. You want to, handle with care. Those are the kind of people you want to handle with care. Because if your life ever goes upside down in the US, which I tell you this, everybody has a season in America where their life goes, chubui. America is not perfect. It's not as easy, but compared to Kenya, I will take America 1,000 and 1,000,001%. Yeah, because there's opportunities, there's life, but it's when people talk about America and the problems, a lot of those are first world problems, which is not a problem for somebody living in in our countries. That's like I personally I cannot discourage anybody from coming here. No, because why? It's like pretty much, I mean, so many things are good. You just need to find good information to kind of navigate through things. Otherwise, me, I tell people, come here, kuzeni. If you are struggling back in Africa, if you are struggling, come here, man, come here. Some of us, we came here struggling. This country has made us break the cycles of poverty. Hey, me, I tell, hey, where? Come here. But I was talking about hosts before I went in a different tangents. Man, it's be good people. Because then if you leave a host with a bad taste in their mouth, that host closes their doors to ever hosting anybody else. So you've spoiled for the next person coming. It's don't be that person. Don't be that person that you get to a home that you're hosted, and then you start drama, start bad mouthing, exposing their secrets, to people out here. It's not good. This person has opened. If you've ever hosted, you would know. For somebody to say, I will host you, first of all, they're taking on a financial burden. Financial burden because they have to take care of you financially. I have to, whether it's, going and getting your social security card, cards and all those so many things, applying for jobs, taking you to jobs, that's a sacrifice I have to take. You're burning my gas. Obviously, I have to take you to all those places. It's an inconvenience. I have to go outside my way to help you do that. The other thing, you're coming to my home, I will want to feed you, I want to feed you and clothe you, because obviously you're coming to the US, and you know, you want to go shopping, and maybe you don't have that money. I'll you're giving up to do that, so you'll be able to do that as a host. To be a host, it is a burden financially, because then all of a sudden you have, and you get. I'm not gonna be tribalistic. I almost was. I almost I almost was wanting to say something that was no. But yeah, you get somebody with a big appetite. Yeah. This person can this person can bomoa food like they can bomoa food like like a bad person. That means your food budget is like this. Yeah. And then you find, hey, man, these people, man, it's like when you host them, they used to take showers like this. And then, but people I host are actually good. So we've talked through this. So they've known, they know I do content and stuff. This is things I've told them. The people I host are actually very good, very good, very good people. Awesome experience with them, actually. But that's the time. I'm just talking about experiences I've had from other people who've hosted the people. It's like, this person, when they were back home, yeah, shower was, this. If you know this, then hey, man, hey, if you know this, you know what I mean. Yeah. It's the bucket, and because there's no shower. And then you come to America, where? And you go in and you find this shower. Oh my la la. And you open, it's hot water that you can make warm. This person, they used to take 2-minute showers. Man, if you've grown up in poverty, you know about passport, and it's like you finish quick and go. Yeah. But no, they start taking 30 hours to an hour shower. Yeah, because it's the first time, and you wouldn't fault them. It's the first time somebody is, getting that. So, let them enjoy. Let them enjoy. But I'm just saying is that uses up. That's money. That's water. That's heat. It costs money to host people. And that is the other component people don't think about when they think about hosting. It's not just, oh wow, wait, just host me. Nee. No, I'll take care of myself. My friend, you come here, you don't have a vehicle, you don't have nothing. You don't have a vehicle, you don't know where to start. You don't know America. And you expect me to be like, oh, I know, I'm not going to be my friend. Then I'll be a very bad host. And then you'll go bad-mouthing me. So for somebody to host you, they have to be open to doing these things, because you might not be aware of what waits for you here. But all these things have to be done. Somebody will have to take you to somebody will have to take you to the social security office to get your social security card. That time comes that you'll want to, I'm going to work, I'm saving some money, I want to buy a car. Yeah. Who is going to help you if maybe you've never had a vehicle in your life? You've never had a vehicle in your life. This is the first time you want to buy a vehicle because of the convenience. Vehicles here are necessities in America. So you'll need somebody to help you, teach you, train you how to drive, prepare you for the driving test. You'll have to use their car to do driving. These people, you imagine. And these are two people who, right now, even without you, they are very busy working. Some of them have families. And now they have to inconvenience themselves so that they can fit you in their circle. That's why I tell people, man, when you get somebody who can host you, respect that person. Because you might not understand. When you will understand is when, this is very interesting. People don't actually understand this until they start to live by themselves. And then you start to realize, wow, bills are expensive when you're paying them by yourself. It's like, oh my gosh. Because being hosted, you don't see any bills being paid. Or you're just enjoying the internet, the high the high-powered internet, yeah, the cable, the good food. Yeah, you just you think it's normal. These things just bring themselves here. And yeah, you think these things bring themselves here. No, my friend, these things cost money because nothing is free in America. So I keep reiterating this so that please, 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 when you guys get hosted, leave good experiences. Because when you leave bad experiences, you close the door for people who are good hosts that would love to really come, because it's so good to be hosted. Can you imagine showing up in America and your host ghosts you? You have no idea, because I've told you these stories before. Somebody shows up in an airport. The host, mteja wa nambari, the mobile subscriber cannot be reached. The mobile subscriber cannot be reached. You don't hear. They block you off their social platforms, and you are in you are in JFK. Yeah? JFK Airport, New York. You have no idea. Where do I start? Where? Yeah? People who have had that experience can tell you the importance of a host. Even if you have money, you can imagine just land. Sometimes it's so good to have somebody who will orient you to life in the US. But some people have money, they are well traveled. You know, I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who you've never been to the US, you don't know about the culture, the way of life, the way people are here, how things run, and all those so many things. And you need somebody to kind of guide you. Hosts are so important. I cannot say I cannot say more than that. So be good, man. Be good. Be good. Skincare by Karemi. Hey man, my saliva is almost gone, and you guys are not even liking. You are not liking the videos. You are not liking the videos. I mean, the way this thing is going, my guy, I don't see us covering the topic that I came here to cover. That's why sometimes I like to do videos and premiere them, because then I can actually do videos. But now this one is like, ooh, it's gone. All right, skincare by Karemi. Na medical mnaenda kila mtu kwa familia na mnalipia aje. Yeah, I talked about medical. Anywhere from 36,000 to 45,000. Every person pays. Every person pays for medical. And Derek, for how long can I live my beneficiary before coming back for them after winning? I think we talked about that. So yeah, the good thing, I think I got sucked in the host topic, but go to the embassy together, get your visas together. You have 6 months to use those visas. So come to the US, hustle 2, 3, 4 months, then pay for the air tickets for your family to come to the US. By that time, hopefully you've saved up enough money to, get a vehicle that runs, and maybe get an apartment, your first apartment. Okay. All right. And then you want to make sure the visa is valid for 6 months. So you want to make sure they come within the 6 months. Otherwise, there is another one, follow to join, where you go to the embassy yourself, and they schedule a different interview themselves. So that's risky, because visas might end before they actually get the next the appointment for them. So you can go to the embassy yourself, do the interview, come to the US, and then your family can go to the interview at a different time. This is maybe you're in the Gulf, you're in another country, in Europe, in the US, and your family is back home. You can do the interview and then schedule for your family to do a separate interview in a different day in whatever country that they're in. Okie dokie. Ken Kuva. Thanks for the great content, bro. We are permanent resident in a waiting bay. In Jesus' name, yeah. Amen. I'm excited. You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited for somebody here who is watching me, man. Been following me very diligently, getting information. And May 4th, man, you'll look that and you will get you will get that message, and with a low case number, my friend. Alafu, the next thing you're telling me is, I just landed in Texas. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, it's like the other day. The other day we had that interview with we had that interview, Bana. Yeah. This guy was with Benson Culture, man. Benson Culture was, one of my biggest supporters when, he would log in and take in the content, man. He would just log in, and he was one of the first people to comment. And it's like, every live I did, I kind of knew, Benson was gonna be there, Benson Culture. And now I see him living his life. He's in Texas, taking Ubers, taking Range Rover Ubers. Man, hey. So we keep praying, man. We keep moving. I get excited because, today we're talking like this and you're watching me from the other side of the world. Yeah. Next year, it could be me interviewing you to tell the people how did you win it? Yeah. What did you do? Yeah. Document how you filled your this, so that when you come in, you can tell people, by the way, this is what I did. This is how I feel. Document. We walk by faith, my friend. I'm prophesying. If you are watching me today, you are going to be selected, and I'm going to be having this conversation with you, because you are the one who will be encouraging people. You will be encouraging them to apply, telling them what you did. Yeah. Keep hope, keep faith alive. I know it. It's not a doubt. I know it. I am a believer, man, and we love the Lord here. Yeah. And I know it without a doubt in my mind. You are watching me now. Yeah. But you're watching me now. Give it 1-2 years. You're going to be calling me, and I'm going to be sending you a link so that you can join me and we can have this interview. And you can let the people know what is it that you did. So document your process. Document it right now. What did you feel? How did you feel? Have a diary. Now, when that time comes, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you remember you told us to write down the way we like what I put for my birth, my city of birth and education. This is what I put for my education. I wrote it down. You said to write it down. It's like, here, look at this. Is it? It's here. Believe, man. I'm a miracle. Me, myself, I'm a miracle. And so I believe in miracles, man. I believe in testimonies. And I know without a doubt in my mind, you're watching me today, but 2 years, couple years, we're going to be talking. And you'll be the one doing content, showing people about life in the US. And I'm excited, man. I love it. The more content, the more clean content we get, the better, man. Let's help each other. And be like, people will be asking, can you host me? And I hope you will host them, because someone else will host you too. Yeah. Let me answer this. Jermaine Chirongo. Jobs are occupational health and safety niaje huko. Very good. And they pay well too. Occupational therapy, and yeah. Very good jobs, and they pay well. Kevin Garicol, hukusema kwa vida yako ya vile kujaza DV kama msee alifanya diploma university vile atajaza kwa education. Ulisema hizo zingine pekee, so msee atajaza under which. I mentioned it. So I talked about diploma. Diploma is an associate degree in the US. So, and people who get an associate degree, they go to the college, the community colleges. That's where they usually give associate degrees, at community colleges. So it's part of a university course, because then you can transfer from the community college to a university to finish your degree. So if you have a diploma, associate degree, then you feel some university courses. Some university courses is what you feel. There's like high school, there's primary, vocational, high school, no degree, high school degree, university degree, then university courses, university courses, then university degree, then graduate courses, then graduate degree. So you want to do university courses. You don't have a degree, but you have some university courses. Yeah. Canada visit visa, it may take how long to come? Kuna new updates ya delays? I think it just depends with every case. Every case is different. So many people that applied using my video, so many of them have gotten the visa. So many of them have gotten the visa. By the way, there was a guy. There's a guy that was coming. I'm hoping to hear from him soon. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, it's a pastor, one of the pastors actually. He was in the WhatsApp group. I'll talk to him more. I'll talk to him more. But he had told me that Canada walinisumbua mpaka nikajipeana. Alafu he just messaged me that he's free now. He's free now. I told him to give me a call when he has time. So that would be nice. Yeah. So this is one person I actually walked through. I walked them through the process. They had so many questions. And I personally, he was calling me with voice notes. No, like on Telegram, he would send me this long voice notes and I would send him voice notes too. So, and he was flying yesterday. He was flying, and that's from that video. But also from that video, so many people have already come. So it does depend the area that you're going, the province you're going depends, but also I think your case depends. If your case is maybe not straightforward, then it might take some time. Yeah. Francis Mwangi, hi, when I applied for a visit visa to Canada but did not go through, how long will it take to reapply? Kindly advise. That's it really does depend with you. If it's the same process as when you get denied, then when you reapply, there has to be a big change to your situation for you to be confident to say, I'm going to apply again. So, maybe you're coming back with a better bank statement, better work, better ties and stuff. So you have to have something substantial change before you reapply again. You don't just reapply to reapply. Okay. You reapply with a better bank statement, more ties, and a better reason why you're coming to Canada. Yeah. Yep. Why is it that Canada doesn't require a visa interview in the embassy? It's a preference. They prefer to do it that way. US prefers to do visa interviews, person visa interviews. Oh, Cisco, thank you. Thank you. How much should I have to get it processed? I think I've talked about this so many times. Yeah, there's a good video here that talks about how much. So yeah, pretty much 50 for embassy, 50 for medical, and then another 40 for the printing the green card, and then like 100 and something for your air ticket. 100K. Mover real, so many questions. Mover, kama uko na mtoi ex marriage akabadilishwa majina, hana yangu, like nikimtaja kwa application kuna shida? No, if it's your child, it's your child. Changing name doesn't make a child not yours. And Derek, do they require primary certificate? No, they don't require primary certificate because the minimum requirement is a KCSE certificate. If you don't have a KCSE, you have to have experience. Yeah, ukweli, it's by God's grace. Awesi Mohammed, my kuzo alikataliwa kwenda kuhelp bro wake na medical issue. Is there any change if I reply or if you apply again? Just it's all about they look at these things on a case by case basis. So it's what you apply that they look at this. So your cousin might have been denied, but then you apply and get it because your case is different. So it's a case by case basis. Mary Mbogwa, long time. You remember? Hey, Mary. I know so many Marys in my life. Bana. Mary Mbogwa, guy. Mary Mbogwa, Wahom. Mary. Mary, my classmate from primary school. Jibu hapo. If you're the Mary, my classmate from Primo. Juma Rashidi, can you get married after winning the DV lottery? Where? Well, hey, it's a good question, but it also this is a personal choice. If you're doing it for love, you love this person. It is not because you won the DV lottery that you're marrying them. Do it. Because you will throw a wrench to your case. What is a wrench? A wrench is you will throw a problem to your story. Can you imagine being single? You've won. Yeah? If you would have gone single, your case would have been straightforward. You get your visa, boom. And then you decide to marry in between you checking your results and when you go to the interview. And then you go to the interview and they are doubting your marriage. They're trying to say, can you prove this marriage is? You did not just marry so that you can bring her. She did not pay you, my friend. And then, something just... Because these people, they do behavioral and stuff. All of a sudden, they say, we're denying you the visa because we don't believe this marriage is legitimate. My brother, now let me ask you, do you want to be in that situation, man? So if it's true for you're doing it for love, do it. Do it before you even find out. If you're doing it for love, you don't have to wait until the results come out. The results come out next May. You can get married after, so feel it's gonna be closed November 7th. Get married. Get married December, January, February, March, April. That's like before the results came out, so it makes more sense to do that. But then you got married. You got married May 10th. You got married May 5th. After looking at the results, you got married the next day. Hey, Mimi. Sometimes I say, if you love somebody and it's like, hey, let me first get it. It's sometimes better safe than sorry. Let me first get it. And then I will file a petition for you to come with a spouse visa. Yeah, because either way, it might take some years for that to be processed, but they'll still come, but you'll still be in the US, making money, changing your life. Better than that person, that there's actually a person that was single, married, went to the embassy, they were denied because they deemed the marriage fraudulent. Now, can you imagine how, those are not even premium tiers, my friend, because those are like, can you imagine? Imagine that person. Guy, I want this thing. God brought this thing for me. But, guy, I let somebody else trick me into marrying them, and as a result, I lost my thing. You guy, man, you think that marriage will survive? Because you'll forever be the reason why this guy did not go to America. Guy, no, can you imagine that, all you single people? That question I pose, can you imagine? You won as single, Rashid. Imagine you won as single, and then somebody talked you into marrying them. And because you married them, you go to the embassy, you go to the interview, you get your 2NL, you go to the interview. And they tell you, we are denying you because we believe your marriage is fraudulent. What can you do? Put yourself in that shoe, and then maybe you make the call. It's not me. You make the call, my friend. Because I believe that is something, I think, oh my gosh, it's like you regret for the rest of your life. Because probably you keep playing after that and you never get another opportunity. Do you get the interview with your beneficiary? You book the interview with your beneficiary. Yeah, you add them. It's a way to add them in the DS-260 if you want to go together. If I'm married and we win the DV during the interview, can I help my spouse? What do you mean? What do you mean help them? Unless they cannot talk and they sign, I think that would be a red flag. Don't want to do that. The officer will ask questions and your wife will answer them. You don't want to answer. Yeah, if you do that, that's not good. That's a red flag. The consular officer asks your wife questions and you want to answer them. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, my guy. Where? Red flag. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let her answer. They are very easy questions. They're like, yeah, you know this guy. You married to this guy. Yeah. Sometimes they might ask you, what's the makeup of your TV? If there's doubts, they might separate you, ask separate questions about your homes. If they both match, then you're good. But a lot of times it's not going to be that complicated. Thank you for clarifying about grades. If your spouse gets pregnant and you get 2NL and you go for interview, your wife is pregnant, then you get visas valid for 6 months. In the process, wife apate mtoi unadu. Okay, so what happens with pregnancy is, as long as the baby is in the belly, nothing happens. As long as baby is in the belly, nothing happens. Oh man, I missed this. I should have been doing this. There's a way that I can mark the video. That way I can separate some content. But I've marked this one. So let me answer. Let me rewind and start answering it. So for pregnancy, if you are pregnant at the time, maybe right now you play the DV lottery, you're pregnant, and the baby is born, before you fill your DS-260. Before you fill your DS-260, then you have to make sure you get a passport for your baby. Get a passport for your baby, include your baby in the DS-160. So if the baby is born before the results come out, you want to include them in the DS-160. Okay? If the baby is born between DS-260 and your interview, you can let Kentucky Consular Center know to unlock, let them know before your visa interview. Let them know of the birth. Okay? Let them know of the birth. They might unlock your DS-260 so that you can include your baby in the DS-260. Okay? That's before the interview. After you've gone to the visa interview and you get, you have the baby is born after you've gotten the visa. At that point, the baby doesn't need to go to the visa, doesn't need a visa. At that point, the only thing the baby needs is a passport. So you have to get a passport for your baby, and then you can travel together. So you don't need a visa, you just need a passport. If your baby is not born until you land in the US, there's nothing you do. There's nothing you do, and your baby is born here. Yeah, your baby is born here. So the main difference is, if your baby is born after the visa is issued, then you don't need a visa. If your baby is born before your visa is issued, before your interview, you have to notify Kentucky Consular Center and include your baby in your application. Let them know of that. Hopefully that was Hopefully that was clear. That was clear. So yeah, but as long as the baby is inside the belly, nothing to do. You don't have to write anything. You don't have to say you're pregnant or do anything. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, so nice now that I can. Oh, this is gonna be so good now because I can. Sometimes I do lives and I'm talking about so many different topics, and some topics I talk about them so much and they're like so good, and I'm like, I wish I could cut this and post it because sometimes I don't have enough time to go back and look at those. But now there's a way I can separate those segments. All right. So, barman, what are the steps immediately you notice that you were selected, bit by bit until you fly to the US kindly? Yeah, I think that would take too much time. I've done a video. I've done a video on a step by step. I've done a video on a step by step. If you go to the playlist, the DV Lottery playlist, I can show you here where you can go listen to it. Playlist is a good place for people who if you're concentrating on a certain visa. I've done this to save people the headache of having to try and go search for videos. That you can have a playlist and the playlist can just play for you. Okay, so if you go to my YouTube channel, this is my YouTube channel, the Kenyan American Home. You will find playlists. See, there's like home videos. I'm trying to make it bigger. I feel like yeah, so there's home videos, shorts, live playlists, community, and then you want to go under playlist. See here you have playlist. If you click on playlists, it'll bring you to this created playlists. So I have US student. I still need to move some videos here. I have more videos than just the 5. There's a US visitor visa. If you just want to learn stuff on visitor visas, there's 54 videos. Canada immigration, 43 videos. DV lottery, 56 videos. Oh man, I've done so many videos on the DV lottery. So if you go and then if you're looking like for remote jobs, there's USA jobs and business ideas. This is where I have the work visas too. So if you're looking for H-1B visas and all that, cruise ship jobs, jobs like I've brought people who've talked about Japan opportunities, Australia opportunities, Europe opportunities. So au pair, I brought a lady to talk about the au pair Europe. Those are all under US jobs and business. So there's 61 videos there. And then there's the immigration, relationships and stuff. But if you go to the DV Lottery Green Card playlist, if you go here.
Events are back, you guys. Events are back. They're booking.
Events are back. So yeah, if you go here, you look through the videos. So it's like 56 videos, but there is DV Lottery Green Card process yote mwanzo mpaka mwisho. It's 36 minutes, 55 36 minutes. It says DV Lottery process, mwanzo mpaka mwisho. That's the video, and I kind of walk you through the whole process from the beginning to the end. So just go check it out. It has all those. And then if you want to fill the DS-260, there's a video here that says kujaza DS-260. But otherwise, there's so many videos, man. There's so many videos on checking photos, what's a low case number, questions and answers, documents you need. If you don't have a high school degree, if green card questions. I've hosted a number of DV lottery winners that is in that list. If you win in the US, and you're out of status, how to get cheap flights. If you won the DV and you're waiting for the interview, stories about hosts, all these videos, why why your visa will be denied or disqualified if there's a second selection, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. So many videos. Check that out. It'll give you the whole process. Give you the whole process. Watching you live from Poland. Hi Edwin Kim, watching in from Szczecin. What? Yeah, Poland. We just know Poland. Oh yeah. Tishbit Electrical says people are sharp in Telegram. You're training for 2026 DV. Yeah, that Telegram people, man, people they know a lot. They know a lot, and it's nice to have a channel where people can exchange, share good information. Whoa. D. Kevin says, I was asked 15 questions and was granted. I was not asked for any document, but what she was checking is my consistency on the info I was giving. Kevin, are you talking about the DS-160? Was it a visitor visa? Kevin, congratulations, by the way. Congratulations. Wow, that must have been a long interview. 15 questions. Where? You probably turned the situation around. It probably didn't start well, but then maybe you got better and you convinced her to give you the visa. That's like the longest I've ever had anybody ask questions. 15 questions. Wow. That's a lot. Masi Mungai. Hello, and how are you doing? Applied jana but niliona wanaongeza light on the background, but when they check with DV photo checker inasema iko poa, because nilipata wasiwasi. I don't think I get your question, but I mean it's looking at the photo, just making sure your photo is clear, there's no light in the background. If your photo looks good and it's it passes both the DV photo tool, it passes the the photo checker, then you're good. There's nothing much you can do. You saw what time you asked. And Erica, what time are you asked for affidavit of support? So that's when you are preparing for the interview. So when you get your 2NL, that's there's a submission of documents. I think they used to ask for them ahead of time, but like the affidavit of support, I know the affidavit of support for family members is done. Like the person who's doing it can log into your account and do it from there. Upload whatever they need to upload. Whatever they need to upload for that. But it's after you get your 2NL. Can someone apply more than once? No. You don't want to do that. Automatic disqualification. If you do that. People think you can't be clever. They'll catch you. Because, I mean, unless you forge your names, which in that case, that's not going to be you. You can't write different names. You're going to use the same passport photo. But you don't want to apply twice. Apply just once. If it's yours, it's yours. Elijah, hapo kwa kucheki picha nimefuatilia sana sijairada. Ni dvstate. If you want, kuna nini? Hii ni ya time? Yeah. Okay. All right. Wadau, I think it is time. Nimekujiwa na serikali. Tishpit, man, thank you so much. Thank you for the super sticker and the gift, man. I appreciate. Shukran sana for the nini, for the sticker. Man, yeah, I always accept gifts bana. Nothing is too little, unaona. Nothing is too little. Siezi nini, ukiona na kubless, if you think I bless you, man, I don't say no to being blessed. I will take your blessing. But yeah, man, thank you so much. Tishpit. Oh, thank you, Stephen, too. Thank you, Stephen, too, for for that. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate the love, the support. Oh man. Yeah, so I came here to cover a topic, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to cover the topic today. But maybe we'll do it another time. We'll do it another time. Because it's actually outside of the DV lottery, which it's good that we actually today just focused on the DV lottery because oh, Mirimbogwa. Okay. Mirimbogwa, I saw your comment. I am Francis. Too much light, as in lighting your studio was too much. Kidogo nikai light skin. Yeah, don't as long as your picture is not distorted, they can tell your skin color. Too much light is distorting your picture has to be clear and it has to be you in the picture. So there's if it's too light that you're looking like a white person and you're actually black, then that's a problem. But if it's light enough to show your face, then then that's good. That's good. Aya, wacheni wadau, wacheni nikimbie nisinini. Wacheni nikimbie. Let me run. But otherwise, man, thank you so much. Thank you for the love and the support. Hey, man, share this video with somebody that you think might be able to use the information. Otherwise, man, I always pray for you guys. You log into I pray for everyone that logs into my channel that, God will meet you at your point of need. God will meet you and open that door that you've been waiting for, man. So we celebrate people here. We don't feel bad that, no jealousy, envy, man. When we see you blessed, man, we clap for you, congratulate, because we know we're next. Man. Let's pray for each other as we're going through this process, man. That Telegram channel is it's very good. I don't think there's not I haven't seen negativity. It's mostly been good vibes, So just jump in and contribute, learn, share. It's a good thing to brainstorm and share and grow together, man. Otherwise, man, I love you guys so much, and man, praying for you, always do, and love you all. Yeah, na sini hivyo, sini hivyo, na kamenyuria, yeah. Haya wazee, fiti man, bless up maze, blessings.